Welcome back, Wellness Warriors. Now, did you know that the adult brain continues to grow new neurons in a process called neurogenesis? This is largely due to a protein called BDNF, or Brain Derived Neurotrophic Factor. Now, this video, I'm going to blow your mind, sharing all this cool information with you about this fertilizing protein, BDNF, and how it promotes neuroplasticity in our adult brains. Stick around till the end where I share with you how you can increase neurogenesis in your brain by naturally boosting BDNF levels. It turns out that the human brain is actually way more adaptive and resilient than we fully realized. Up until the late 1990s and early 2000s, conventional belief in neuroscience was that once you're an adult, you no longer are making new neurons, and whatever you have, you're left with. So there's a fixed amount of neurons in your brain, and anything that you kill off due to head injury or binge drinking is just gone and irrecoverable. Thank goodness we have discovered that that's actually not true. So luckily there's hope for those special somebodies in our lives that we know have maybe lost too many brain cells from binge drinking episodes and watching too much Fox News. Now there's two areas of the brain where adult neurogenesis is happening: the hippocampus and the olfactory bulb. Now, it's no surprise that it would make sense for neurogenesis to be happening in the hippocampus, considering its importance in memory consolidation and emotional processing. But less obvious is, why neurogenesis is happening in the olfactory bulb, considering that its main identified role is in processing our sense of smell and taste. Fascinating, right? I don't know. BDNF, or Brain Derived Neurotrophic Factor, is an important protein that mediates the growth, repair, and survival of existing neurons, while also prompting the growth of brand new whole neurons. It's basically like Miracle-Gro fertilizer for your brain. BDNF basically serves two functions. One, to maintain and ensure the survival of existing neurons, and two, to promote neuroplasticity and the growth of new neural networks that can help an organism adapt to stress in their environment, which may require enhanced learning and cognition in order to ensure the organism's survival. Low levels of BDNF are associated with anxiety, depression, schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, cognitive decline, and neurodegenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, ALS, and MS. Drugs and other interventions that enhance BDNF expression show great promise in treating these illnesses. Okay guys, bear with me, I'm about to get a little sciencey on you. So BDNF, the protein, is encoded by a gene called BDNF. And BDNF, the protein, is created in the endoplasmic reticulum of nerve cells. BDNF binds postsynaptically to TrkB and P75 receptors. The TrkB BDNF pathway appears to be important in short-term memory development and the formation of new neurons. The role of P75 is not quite as clear. Interestingly, when BDNF and other neurotrophic factors bind to P75 on their own, they actually can induce apoptosis or cell death in the neuron by upregulating nuclear factor kappa B, a pro-inflammatory cytokine. However, when BDNF binds to TrkB simultaneously with P75, it appears to override this apoptosis signaling and protect the neuron. BDNF expression requires the activation of the NMDA glutamate receptors because of the resulting influx of calcium that occurs after the receptor stimulation. Calcium is crucial for instigating the genetic expression of BDNF as a protein, and therefore NMDA glutamate receptor activation is a fundamental part of the mechanism of BDNF expression. Now, BDNF can also directly interact with NMDA glutamate receptors and prompt chemical cascades that downstream influence spatial memory development in the hippocampus. Now, unfortunately, some of us have a gene polymorphism that results in our BDNF operating differently in the body. I'm not going to mention any names here, but I may know a girl with this SNP. So the gene polymorphism mutation that I'm referring to is called Val66Meth. And what that means is that at the 66th codon, instead of there being a valine molecule, there is actually a replacement of a methionine molecule. And this actually causes the BDNF RNA to be more prone to degradation and also has some implications for trafficking of BDNF molecules in and out of cells and around cells. Those with this polymorphism tend to have less brain density and have an increased risk of learning disabilities, anxiety, and are more prone to neurodegenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. Gee, that explains a lot, doesn't it? Okay, I think I'm done getting all sciencey on you for now, so you can turn the volume back up on your computer because your brain will probably not melt out of your ears at this point if you've made it this far. So luckily, there's actually a number of really cool, safe, and natural ways to upregulate your BDNF levels in your body. Interventions such as fasting, ketogenic diet, listening to music, meditation, exercise, and a number of supplements and drugs have been found to upregulate BDNF. I'll be making another video and releasing it soon that gives you more specific information on supplements and interventions that help promote BDNF. So be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss when I come out with that video so that I can give you more detailed nitty-gritty information on how to promote neurogenesis in your brain and upregulate BDNF. I'll give you guys a little hint though. Enter TransZen. So TransZen, this is our best-selling product from EntheoZen, and it contains a number of ingredients that have been scientifically studied to upregulate BDNF in the hippocampus. Turmeric extract, blueberry extract, L-theanine are just a few to name, but there's all sorts of amazing 17 different scientifically studied ingredients in this formula. So if you're looking for a supplement that will help promote neuroplasticity and neurogenesis in your brain, look no more. It's a pretty amazing formula, if I may say so myself. I developed it, so I'm a little bit biased, but in all reality, I actually made this product because I wanted it to exist, mostly so I could take it every day. So if you want to give it a try, there's a link in the description below. You can get 20% off your first purchase. And if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to subscribe so that every week I can share more cool, fascinating information about your amazing brains and your amazing bodies so that you can be healthy, happy, and vibrant every day of your life. I love you guys. Smile on, my warriors. Mwah. I'll see you next time. Neurogenesis largely occurs because of this protein called BDNF, or Brain Derived Neurotrophic Factor.